Hello and welcome everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. My name's Nigel and today we're going to do something a little bit different than we normally do. I don't have a product review, however, I do have a service review. 5G home internet service provided by T-Mobile. I've had Cox Communications providing my home internet service for probably 20 years now. Up until recently, I hadn't even considered that there was another option. They've basically always had a stranglehold on any area that I've ever lived in, whether that be California or all the way over here in the Midwest. Prices have gotten to be absolutely outrageous. Gigablast with unlimited data in my current area was running me $180 a month, you guys. Is there an ISP that can provide me anywhere near that service, anywhere in the ballpark I'd be happy with? And it just so happens that T-Mobile has now started providing 5G internet service in my area. Not only that, the fact that I'm a cell customer with them means that I get this service for $30 a month. You guys, 180 down to 30. That is a huge savings. Let's talk about it. Let's see if it's actually worth it. Let's see if the service can keep up with the demands of this smart home. And one last thing, I promise, I would like to ask for your help in achieving my goal of hitting 1,000 subs by the end of this year. We still have a way to go, but I think that it's totally possible, but I can only do it if you hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up button for me so we can help this video get out to a much wider audience. And now comes the fun stuff. Stick with me. We're gonna get this thing set up and have a little bit of a discussion along the way. Okay, so it took about 3 days for the device to come in the mail, and here we are setting it up. There is an included utility from T-Mobile that will help you to place this device in a location in order to get the best signal. Not only are we relying on the placement in order to give us good signal from the carrier, but we also need to have this box in a location where it can provide good wireless signal to the house. That won't be as much of an issue for those of you out there that are using a mesh Wi-Fi network, but if you're someone who's using the Wi-Fi just from the gateway provided from T-Mobile, you're going to need to have it located in a place where your devices can connect to it. You'll find yourself having two hardware options. Well, you don't get to choose them, mind you. They'll just send you one. Chances are they're going to send you the new Arcadian 5G gateway, which of course has wireless built in as well. And in some cases, you might end up with the older Nokia 5G gateway. Major difference between the two being you are unable to disable, ooh, nice little rhyme, unable to disable the internal Wi-Fi on this Arcadian device. That would only be relevant to those of us who are planning on adding an additional mesh Wi-Fi network or just another router in general outside of this device, which means you would be connecting your wireless network to another wireless network. And in a lot of cases, that creates a scenario called double NAT. I'm not going to get into why this is no good. It's just a quick Google search away. All I can tell you is it affects the ability to do some things like gaming, chat specifically, things like that. Depending on the equipment that you're using for your mesh Wi-Fi network, you might be able to circumvent this issue by putting your devices in a bridge mode. The only unfortunate side to running a lot of these mesh networks in bridge mode is you lose a lot of the advanced functionality that you would have otherwise had. For instance, parental controls and monitoring, quality of service, all of those kind of things are not possible, generally speaking, when you put your mesh Wi-Fi network into a bridge mode. Quick public service announcement, make sure that you rename your new network the same as your previous network and make sure that you give it the same password. What this is going to do is save you from so much additional setup of all those smart devices we talked about, because they will all automatically connect to this new network as long as the names are identical as well as the password. Now, I'm not gonna do a bunch of speed tests all over the house. I'll just let you know ahead of time. I've got a pretty robust home network. I have strong signal from corner to corner, so we won't waste time going through all that, but we will test devices all over the house of various types to see if they're working well. That, my friends, is what we're going to be testing today, and let's go ahead and get into that now. Now, one quick speed test just to see what are we getting from the T-Mobile cell tower that's nearby. 659, very respectable number. I was getting about an average of 700 when hardwired with Cox. 82 up, very good. Now, this is on the home network, which is a Nest Wi-Fi Pro, getting 403 down, and 113 up. Super satisfied with that. That is actually faster than what I was getting with Cox. Oddly enough, I don't know if these devices are just playing better with one another, but I was usually getting about 250 or 300 with all of the same equipment, but being connected to Cox. So go figure. Marquez here with the Cybertruck. And hey, Mr. Who's the Boss? Let's put him in 4K. Really quick transition from 1080p to 4K. Very impressive. And we're going to use the L button to jump forward at 10-second intervals to test the buffering. How quickly can we move through this footage? And it appears to be chewing through it with absolute ease. Super impressive once again. That was at 4K as well, so if anything was going to expose the need for some buffering, that would have been it, and it did great. Here we are loading up the new Monarch show on Apple TV Plus. It's already up and running. It's already at max resolution. There was no ramp up to 4K. It just started. It fired up immediately. Very impressive. And same thing here with Spider-Man. What, 1-2 seconds maybe from the time I hit play? I can live with that, you guys. I can live with that for $150 a month discount over my last service provider. Now, another really important test, gaming. Can Call of Duty or other competitive games be played without a bunch of lag? None of us love lag. All of us hate it. I can tell you right now, this feels great. And what do you know? Your boy took the top spot on the team, which doesn't happen often. So why don't we just go back to some GTA 5, partake in some reckless behavior, crash a car or two. Always fun. But what about just normal browsing the web? I have some recipes loaded up here, just flipping through some photos. That worked really well. And loading up the live feed from my security cameras has always been a real pain in the behind, and it's always consistently one of the slowest things on the network. It appears to be working quite well, I must say. Okay, so testing out of the way. I'm exhausted. I've been going through all these different scenarios all day long, and the bottom line is this. In my experience with all of these different devices, all of them are working perfectly fine. Now, you and I can nitpick back and forth over the numbers, gigabit, this and that, all day long. I personally have had a really good experience with this so far. So for now, I'm gonna stay hopeful, keep my fingers crossed that T-Mobile continues to provide a really great experience. And if I have somehow landed on a reliable service for $30 a month, price locked, I don't know how you can argue against it, but let me know. Drop a comment down below. What's your experience with it? What are you thinking? What are you apprehensive about? Or are you getting ready to pull the trigger yourself? And don't forget, you have a 14-day free trial to test this service out. So no time like the present to give it a go if you've got that option. And there you have it. Another video under the belt. Thank you so much for being here with me, you guys. I hope you found this video informative, and if not, just a little entertaining maybe. If you have any questions about something that maybe I didn't cover in the video, feel free to drop a comment below. I will respond to you in due time, I promise. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope that each and every one of you are having an amazing day or night, wherever you may be. Take care.